all the noise surrounding around Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. Should Deion stay or should he go? Now, Deion's been on record saying that he loves it in Boulder, but Deion is all about that money. But what Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes did today is that making Deion stay put. But before we get off into today's podcast, tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes, man, they do the unthinkable, man. They have flipped the commit of Julian Juju Lewis to Colorado. Now, you guys know who Julian Lewis is. He's the high school quarterback out of a high school that's in Georgia. And for guys that don't know, what he brings to the table and what he's all about. He's playing in high school at Carrollton High School, right? Now, Julian Juju Lewis, man, he threw for over 4,100 passing yards and nearly 50 touchdowns, as a 14-year-old freshman starting quarterback at Carrollton High School, and put up similar numbers as a sophomore. Now, he was named Max Prep National Player of the Year in each of his first two high school seasons. Now, in January, Lewis announced he was reclassifying to the 2025 recruiting class and would be headed to college as a 17-year-old. Now, the thing about it is, in 11 games this season, Lewis has completed a career-high 78% of his passes for 2,842 passing yards and 40 touchdowns. Now, he and unbeaten Carrollton faced Valdosta in Georgia High School football playoff game this Friday night. Now, Lewis is the 11th member of the Buffs 2025 recruiting class, but the number could quickly grow with plenty of players visiting Boulder recently, and with the program now having its future quarterback in the fold. According to 247 Sports, Lewis is the sixth highest rated player to commit to Colorado in the internet rankings era and the highest ever at the quarterback position. Now, it seems like Coach Prime is laying the foundation for the post-Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter era as Buffs football, and he's now got his quarterback for it. So, Juju Lewis, man, he's a generational talent. Now, there's speculations out there, is Deion Sanders going to stay or is he going to go? But Deion recently came on record saying, man, he's comfortable. He loves it in Boulder. And also, if you guys know what a kickstand is, so he's planted. But now you looking past after Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter, go into the NFL draft. Now you got to shore up that quarterback position. And he's found this guy in Juju Lewis. Now, Juju Lewis went on the Pat McAfee show early this morning, and he made the announcement where he was going because the nation was eager to see where he was going after he decommitted from USC this past Sunday. So let's take a listen to what Julian Lewis said on the Pat McAfee show this morning. Roll the footage.
He's going to go to school, so joining us now, an absolute stud, the future of football. Ladies and gentlemen, Julian Juju Lewis.
Yeah!
Juju, what up, man?
How's it going?
Hey, hair looks sweet. Obviously, that was another thing we learned about you over the last 24 hours. All your photos look sweet. How long have we been growing that?
Oh man, since eighth grade, something like that.
It's like 2 years ago. Got it. Okay. Yeah, because you skipped. You obviously reclassified as a 2025 senior as opposed to a 2026 senior. I just talked about your freshman stats in the championship game. At what point did you realize, like, hey, I'm a god? You know, like what, sixth grade? Or are you just absolutely tearing people up? When did it really become like your thing?
Yeah, I mean, probably I was like 10. Probably I was 10.
Wow.
I mean, I was out there throwing seams and reading cover 3 and all that freaky stuff back then. So probably like 10, 11. I was like, okay, it's on.
That's amazing to hear. Good for you, by the way. Hey, congratulations. That is awesome. I have a baby girl, Mackenzie. She's 18 months old. And once I realized what you were able to do as a freshman, I'm like, all right, Mackenzie, we got a chance. We can dominate things as freshmen in high school. So I appreciate the inspiration. I was talking to David Mulugeta, obviously got the Athletes First hoodie on right there. He said, you're talking to my guy, Juju. He is very similar to CJ Stroud. Very mature, very calm, football IQ through the roof, and obviously can put a ball everywhere, which is why everybody on earth is excited to hear where you're going to go to school. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Julian Juju Lewis will be playing football for whom next year, brother?
I will be continuing my athletic and academic career at
Here we go, full
the University of Colorado.
Okay. Congratulations. We're incredibly proud of you. We're pumped for you that you were able to make this decision. Now, obviously, this is going to be huge news, not only in Colorado, not only in the Big 12, but the NFL is going to have to talk about this as well because of all the storylines surrounding Coach Prime and what everybody's thinking there. And when you took your visit to Colorado, there was a photo of Shedeur basically handing the keys over to you. How big of a moment was this? And at what point did you know you wanted to be a Colorado Buffalo?
I mean, of course, it was big for me just coming in after Shedeur, just seeing what he's done to Colorado and what he's turned it into. But it's definitely a blessing getting put in this position, coming after him and with his dad. I mean, I couldn't beat it.
What are your conversations with Coach Prime like? And ultimately, because obviously we see what Travis Hunter's doing. And I think because he went to Colorado, he's been allowed to.
Now, see, let's stop it there for a second, man. That picture right there, man, that was generational right there. The likes of Deion Sanders and Juju Lewis sitting in the chair with the uniform on, and Shedeur don't have a uniform on, and he's giving him the keys to the city of Boulder. That's a special moment, man. So right then and there, Shedeur laid the foundation for Julian Juju Lewis to come in, but also Coach Prime. All these kids, these special talented kids, want to go play for Coach Prime up there in Boulder. Let's go and continue.
Do all of these things. I think some other schools would have forced them to go one way or the other, and we'd all be left out of watching greatness happen right in front of our eyes. What did Coach Prime tell you that made you feel comfortable about taking your career that has been prolific already and extending it with him in Colorado?
I mean, Coach Prime's always said, like, the best man's going to play, and that's really what I wanted, was to be able to come in and compete. Start as a freshman, I mean, I wouldn't have much fun sitting on the bench, so I was like, I want to come in somewhere I can get a chance to play, so he's going to let me compete for that. That was big for me.
So, man, you hear what he had to say, man, and that's kind of special, man. And the reason why I say that's special, man, you know, going into your recruiting visits, man, I've been on recruiting visits myself, and I know what these coaches try to sell you and stuff like that, but he must have had a great conversation with Coach Prime and, you know, the AD up there in Boulder, because knowing that Deion Sanders is headed off to the NFL to greater pastures. Now, Julian Juju Lewis goes into a unique situation that he's going to be given the keys, like Shedeur just passed him the keys. He's going to give him the keys. He's going to be the starting quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes next year. And there's no question about it. Who does he got to compete with? That is going to be Julian Juju Lewis's team. Now, we got all the speculation about Deion Sanders. Is he going to go or is he going to stay? That's going to be the main thing. And like Pat McAfee said, media outlets going to talk about it. The NFL is going to talk about it, because there's a lot of speculation about Deion Sanders leaving Boulder after, you know, Shedeur and Shiloh and Travis go into the NFL for greener pastures. And, you know, the situation with the Dallas Cowboys and the situation where Shedeur can be drafted. It's a package deal with him and Deion. Now there's reports out there now after the interview he had on his new podcast with Roxy, was talking to Ice Cube. He was asking Ice Cube for advice. What would he do if he was in this situation? He was trying to ask for advice, and Ice Cube was like, the Las Vegas Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So the rumors are out there, so we don't know if Deion's gonna, stay or go, but to bring Julian Juju Lewis in, that's big time. And it seems like Coach Prime and Colorado Buffaloes, they get what they want. So you guys let me know what y'all think about today's podcast, man. And I see everybody in the comments section, #salute. And man, please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball drops another hot banger. And we're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.